everybody, and welcome back to Shenanigans. We are currently in a forest.
Which is not on fire.
No, which is not on fire. So, you guys are, I assume,
And make me all salty.
looting the bodies. However, oh no, fucking the fires are out. You can actually get to the bodies. Damn it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn it. This plan was so good of mine. You all ruined it. Okay, so
That's what happens when you plan something 1 minute in advance of it happening.
No, that's why you only plan things 1 minute in advance. Because if I had planned this a week ago, you still would have done the same thing, and it would have been horrible.
Planning means that you actually know the spells of your party.
Oh my! Would you plan around the spells that your party has? Would you be like, oh, they have this spell, of course. Oh my god!
And you wind up with a confusing and inconsistent world.
Where players get spells that are never useful, and then they get mad at you because you always plan around their spells. But you all find 54 more silver on the bodies of the remaining hobgoblins. They also have their bronze breastplates and studded leather skirts. Their weapons, which were made of steel. Their longbows, which are surprisingly of good quality. Actually, Rob, what languages do you speak?
Orc, Dwarven, Common, and Elvish.
You recognize them as elven longbows, and their arrows are elven as well. If anyone else speaks elven or has a history with elves, yeah, you would recognize this.
I grab one of those longbows and some arrows.
Okay. Dogfia are working with elves now.
How many arrows do you?
How deep does this go?
You can grab up to 60.
How many arrows are there?
One quiver of arrows?
Yeah, a quiver's 20. There's like 60. Oh god, I don't want to do the math. But there's over 60 arrows. So
are there flight arrows?
What's the damage on our elven longbow?
It's same as normal.
So nothing changed. It's just elven.
It's just of elven make. Yeah. No, there's sheaf arrows.
Okay.
Oh, there's sheaf arrows. Okay.
Yeah.
I will take 20 of those.
Okay, well let's load those into the cart.
Okay, so someone mark how much you have then. Let's be specific.
Can you tell me the exact everything besides what the party's taking, like how many armor, hand axes, and stuff like that? Because
there's 4 longbows. The party's grabbing one of those.
I'll take another one.
Okay,
two longbows in the cart then.
2 longbows, 3 battle axes, 2 hand axe. Well, no, 1 hand axe. 3 daggers, 4 knives, a short sword.
Yeah.
5 golden rings.
And looking through the packs, you see the heads of 3 gnomes. Their hair has been tied together in kind of like a trio.
I don't care much about that armor. What armor do they have on them?
Bronze breastplates with leather skirts, studded leather skirts.
Getting all of those, 4 of them.
So somebody writing all this down?
Yeah, I'm right. I have all of them down.
Okay. And how much silver did you say there was?
54.
Couldn't be 55, so we could each get 11 silver.
No, they had 7 silver each, and one of you guys already robbed. I'm sorry, they had 9 silver on 7 of them.
I'll just forgo my 11 and just get 10.
But 9 times the others. 7 is not. What? I don't know what numbers I rolled. Whatever I said was right though.
Okay, so Neil,
someone take silver.
How many armors? How many breastplates?
There are 3 bronze No, there are all 7 breastplates.
7 bronze breastplates. Cool, we can sell that.
Okay, because it seems like I have time, I will dig a small hole in the bush for these gnome heads and have some sort of quiet service for them. I'll invite the party over to attend, but it sounds like they're too busy looting.
All right.
I'll
play.
Really and Aquax will attend. We'll both bow our heads.
Aquax.
I'll play a sad song for them.
Oh, this is quite the turnout.
All right.
When that poor woodsman died, no one gave a shit. These curious gnome heads.
I cared, so as I'll sing to the gnome heads. Nobody knows the troubles you see.
Okay. it's a nice little ceremony, and as you guys are singing and doing these things, a trio of brownies walk out of the woods towards you. Now, I don't think all of your characters know what brownies are. Pat, you're a dwarf. You definitely know.
Yes.
Are any of you
As I s-
hobbits or dwarves or gnomes?
Neil,
No.
we encountered brownies
I'm a
before.
learned man.
Oh,
I
yeah,
speak Gnomish.
Jack knows, but I don't think Jill would.
Neil, we encountered brownies before, and I burned one of them, so I'm gonna hide on the other side of
Oh,
the.
fuck, that's right. You set brownies on fire
Yeah,
before.
that
Yeah, I'm
happened.
gonna
Not that I
hide
know
on
that.
the
Burn the
other side of
brownies.
the heart
God.
because I was not attending the sermon as
Okay.
Yeah, I think this sermon was happening while Rylene was like undressing
Counting
hobgoblins
a few.
and putting
Right.
them in the cart.
Right.
Okay.
and now I'm hiding.
So we may not know what brownies are, but they're small fey creatures. They're little
They look
fairies.
very friendly.
Yeah, they're what, a foot and a half foot tall?
Yeah, they don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
bipedal
They're
fairy-like creatures.
where? Yeah, they've got strange clothing on. They've got feathers coming out of their bizarre caps. Two of the three carry what look like needles, like large needles, but they're using them as walking sticks. The other one has a brightly colored belt that looks like a piece of yarn, or a few pieces of yarn that have been woven together and run around his waist. And they come out with heads bowed, looking extraordinarily solemn, which for the elf, I guess, the elf and the dwarf, you would know is very rare. Brownies are the epitome of happy-go-lucky, boisterous creatures. They're never found to be sad or solemn or something like that.
Okay, I'll turn
Why,
to go.
hello, my children. We're having a funeral for some of our fallen comrades.
They nod and keep their heads bowed.
Oh, were those your heads? I point to the
Are those your friends?
pile of dirt in front of
Heal
us.
friends.
In common, one of them says, "No, but the others are all gone now. Goblins,
Others?
What do you mean?
the gnomes are dead. The gnomes are all dead.
All of the gnomes?
All of the gnomes are dead. It is a sad day.
Yeah,
How
so
many
the
gnomes?
The whole town, all dead.
Whole town.
Hundreds."
These hobgoblins did it?
He nods.
Points to burned hobgoblin corpses.
Yikes.
These and
Wow.
these and their friends.
How many friends did they have?
Dozens, scores. And they just kind of stand there for a moment,
Neil, do
looking
I
back
hear
at. They
In
look back
about
at.
3 more levels, we might avenge them.
They look at Friar Morton Bixby a little bit expectantly, kind of. Sermon?
Oh, a sermon. You just missed the sermon, but
Well, they came out like near the end of the sermon, yeah. So.
yes.
So if we went to this
I
town,
suppose I
there'd be
can do it
nobody
again. I suppose it would be most appropriate in Gnomish. Sprurken the dark and Birken I. Dark and dark, Sprurken I. Sprurken dark, dark and I.
Do you speak Gnomish?
I speak Gnomish.
All right.
That's so good. That was so good.
If only you spoke Gnomish, you'd understand how beautiful and elegant and eloquent it was.
It was basically about how their lives.
Can you do it again? Can you do it again?
Can you give me a
Yeah.
charisma check?
Advantage. Advantage.
12 charisma. 28.
That's beautiful. The brownies pick up, their eyes go bright hearing you say these things, their smiles come back, and by the end of the sermon they are dancing around the circle with the heads in it holding hands. As you finish off, they create shining green and red lights bobbling and moving around, and then the third one gives a loud whistle, the one without the needle, and a pack of corgis starts running towards you
Knew
from
it.
down the road.
I knew it. As I end my
Forever
sermon, I
and for
uncork
more.
my milk skin, and I say, "To our fallen brothers," and I pour some milk on the
Pour,
grave.
pour one out for your
Respect.
homies.
The
Corgis, huh?
corgis come up, and
Chat, you need to go just find what Ryan just did, GIF it with audio, just exactly that 5 seconds, and put it in a loop it for 100 hours and just put it on YouTube.
I would love to see a 100-hour loop YouTube video of that. That's what we can do to keep ourselves awake during marathon streams in the future.
Yeah.
Just have that like a low volume forever repeating in the background.
Go insane.
Let's see, how
I'm
many?
sure you've probably got a lot of Finnish fans, don't you, that I've just horribly offended.
Oh, I think they were saying you sounded Danish.
Danish? Is that what
Yeah.
it sounds like?
I don't
Okay.
know.
Doesn't matter. That was good. That was so good. Everybody who was offended by that, we don't care.
How many of you and which ones of you were with the corgi brownie setting on fire and eating problem?
I wasn't there.
I was
Eating?
I
it was
assume there was
Riley.
eating.
I think it was Rylene and Jill.
Yeah, but Irene is hiding at the moment.
Squirrely, you weren't there for that?
Nope.
In a past life.
No, Square, you were there.
I've never encountered brownies.
You were there
Okay.
because you were trying to
Fairies
save
riding
the dog.
corgis. It's pretty unforgettable image.
I was definitely
What
not there.
genius brought that into D&D.
Okay.
I don't know, but it's
Pat was
It's
there.
actually,
in
I think that's
previous
Celtic
character.
folklore.
It was Pat's
Yeah,
other
very
character that
life.
saved the corgi.
yeah.
But
Okay.
I think we have the Celtic people to thank for that image. They believe that corgis were the choice mount of fairies.
Have corgis been around that long? Is corgi not a more recent breed of dog?
Yeah, I would imagine that pretty much every dog breed is like only a couple hundred years old.
Oh no, that's not true.
Well, I mean, this is when we started actually like breeding them. All the obviously not found in nature breeds.
Is directed breeding only a recent thing?
And according to Wikipedia, Welsh folklore says the corgi is the preferred mount of tiny woodland fairy warriors.
Now, do we name corgis after a previous Welsh monster called a corgi?
The Welsh corgi, the first reference to it is an 11th century manuscript.
Is
Really?
that what we have
You
these
don't think
days?
so.
Do they look
Oh,
at
God.
all like the
You
ancient?
guys just Google search corgi fairy, and there's some pretty epic images.
Will do.
Corgi
Fairy,
fairy.
that's what I knew right now. Wow.
Oh wow.
Oh, you're not even kidding. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
this is so.
I was just assuming.
Thought I was
like,
this creative?
this is some sort of bizarre porn.
There's that.
Well, if you scroll down far enough,
No, you have to search on Bing for that.
I really thought you were this creative, Ryan. I had so much respect for you as a DM, and it's just all gone now.
No, all of my best ideas I find on Wikipedia.
Okay. There's Welsh Corgi fairy slippers? What? Okay,
Oh yeah.
I'm done.
So, did the
It's a corgi
I'm
with
not
the.
dead. I can't stop
party
looking
hat.
at Porkies.
so they might recognize Jill at the moment.
Oh, yes. The corgis start bounding, and then they stop and go at Jill. Jill,
Wait,
you...
why are they mad at me? They don't know that anything
No,
happened.
I'm sorry, not Jill. Yes, the corgis are growling at Jill.
Why?
That's a good question. But they are growling, and those dogs are not happy with you.
Okay, well, I will sit down on the ground to look non-threatening and
I
Pull
I
out-
take a knee next
pull
to
out the last of the ham and lay it out for them.
That might work.
And by the way, Neil,
Mhm.
one of the corpses was holding ham when I burned it, so now there's some bacon. Right, like
Smells
10 feet away
amazing.
from us.
Bacon is not just burnt.
Justin
ham.
put it out, man. Justin put the fire out.
Yeah, but the corpse is burnt.
No, it would have taken longer than that to sear the ham.
Yeah.
It was already cooked.
Rob, give me a willpower check. the ham was a good idea
Why is that
Okay.
willpower?
because
Being
the
charmed by
corgis have to resist the
lures of
Rob's. I don't know. How else do you overcome
Why
them?
now? Why am I rolling my willpower? Wouldn't they be rolling their willpower?
Yeah, it's opposed. You want to roll higher than they do.
Oh, damn. My willpower is sucky.
All you need to do is get a 21 because they failed. So if you can
Yeah,
pass,
well,
you're okay.
I'm probably not going to get that.
Oh,
Nope.
oh no. They sniff at the ham, they scoot a little bit closer, and then they just brace themselves, crouch real low, and growl. The brownies look at you, look back at the dogs. One of them barks at the dog and then looks at you.
I tried to defend and save the brownie.
Wait. Which corgi barks back? Which corgi is communicating?
The one on the right.
All right, I start.
Well, no,
singing-
none of the corgis bark back. The brownie barks at the corgi. The corgis just continue to brace and growl.
Okay, well, which corgi do I think is in charge?
Pick one.
The alpha corgi.
The alpha corgi. I pick
Leader
the
corgi.
I pick the biggest one, and I start singing to it. For
What
9 minutes, I sing to the corgi.
and what does this song do?
It is forced to listen to me, and it makes it really friendly to me.
Okay, so it can't do anything for 9 minutes other than listen to you.
Yes,
I
I
don't
don't think
friendly.
that's really.
it's a saving. Yeah, it's a roll saving throw versus paralyzation with a -1 penalty.
Paralyzation
Mm-hmm.
with -1 penalty.
Mm-hmm.
How many hit dice does a corgi have, guys?
I'm assuming 1. It's a tiny dog.
Are you
7,
guys
8.
sure they're not 5 hit die creatures? Because if they are, they pass.
You're the DM, so
I have charmed the corgi, and this is not the Jill you were looking for.
Why would they be looking for me? I was the good guy in that scenario.
oh, you were there.
I tried to save that brownie.
They're still. Hold on. Rylene, are you moving the cart?
Now, we talked with the other brownies afterwards, and they didn't know anything was wrong.
Yeah, the cart is easily moving forward.
Yeah, that happened.
Wait,
Easily.
Rylene has finished loading the cart and she's hopped on.
I finished a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I've been hiding, and now that I hear you talking, and I hear the corgis.
I say, all right.
Come on, donkeys. Come on. Shh, easy.
Okay, now, puppies. I know his gender identity might be a little bit off-putting and confusing, but we live in a society where we have to accept his choices. My new little friends, we have an urgent appointment to make, but we.
Why? Who are you? Why do the corgis hate you? Our mounts
I
are
don't
loving and
know.
carefree.
Oh, the corgis don't hate me. They love me. I pet the corgi.
Person.
They nod solemnly together.
Oh.
We will be back through in about 2 days, and where might we find you or find this Nomish village to search for clues and.
Would you like to go to the Nomish village? And they all kind of bounce up. They hop on their corgis and they swirl lights around your head in front of your eyes, and then all the lights swirl together and form a trail as they bound off down the road in the direction you're heading.
I think these are definitely pot brownies.
I
Wow.
suppose we follow. Are they actually taking the road?
They're taking the road.
I head back to the cart then.
All right, you guys get the cart in order.
All right.
Rylene, what are you doing hiding behind that?
Yeah,
The cart is
Really
already
weird.
moving. Anyway,
Yeah, we'll toss the hobgoblin into the cart.
like I'm not. It's already done
He's
and over,
bound.
and the cart is moving.
you guys have some sort of history with brownies or something? Kind of weird.
No.
Okay.
No.
Good enough for me.
Okay, come on, let's get going. Come
Okay.
on, donkeys.
You guys move down the road, and eventually you see the swirl of multifaceted, multicolored lights just kind of holding position at the edge of the road near a
Okay.
very small game trail.
Like a neon sign, like
Mhm.
pointing to that way.
It's just
Cocksport.
swirling like a dust devil.
Cocksport. Cocksport.
Yeah. So down the road in front of you is your destination, and off to the left is where the corgis went.
Well,
Cocksport.
friends,
We're going to Cocksport.
Well, I think we should check out this village.
Yeah, the
tried to
village
tell them on
sounds
the
like.
way
I mean,
back.
everybody's dead there. Isn't a good idea to go sell the weapons, resupply, get a bit of rest because I'm a bit
We're
singed
like a
and
couple
hurt.
hours out of town. What supplies have you worked through?
My Molotovs. I used about
Yeah,
5.
if we're gonna look for clues, you better do it sooner is better than later. You might.
What,
Yes.
what clues? What clues are we looking for? Hobgoblins attacked a village. What clues do we need? We just need to resupply and attack the hobgoblins.
The Dogfia.
think
Why
that-
would the Dogfia have gotten these hobgoblins to attack
There's
them?
no Dogfia.
Then where's Aristotle, huh?
Well, maybe it was like an elaborate plan to make it look like the hobgoblins attacked the village, when in reality, it's the Dogfia.
Yes, only stormtroopers fire so precisely.
If wait, Neil, is my
Except the
what's
whole
the
rest of the
AC
movies.
of a breastplate?
What type of armor are you wearing right now?
Splint, I think. Yeah, splint.
So the
Maybe lighter, but it's not an improvement.
Yeah, the breastplate. God, breastplate with leather skirts give you, or studded leather skirts give you 15 AC. So I think the breastplate by itself would give you 14.
You mean, yeah, 14.
Yeah, if you were just
Okay,
had
so-
a breast and back, I think that's AC 14.
Yeah, that's worse than mine. My splint mail gives me 6.
Yeah, well, because your split mail is that plus like arms and legs.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not as nice as the bronze breastplate, but it's close.
I'm basically asking, is this an upgrade for me?
No.
Cool.
D&D is
So-
one of you rarely get armor upgrades. Usually any armor upgrade is magical because the equipment does not scale. Like, there's crap armor. It's not a big scale. There's not a lot of variation.
I still say we should go into town, finish the mission, because this is not our cargo. Then we go and we find the hobgoblins and whatever Fia you're looking for. But I need to get this.
I
bird-
smell a mystery.
Yes,
And
but I smell
besides-
my burnt skin.
We've got all week
Smells
to get
like
this package
ham.
delivered.
Well, how do we know that maybe there wasn't an oil salesperson in that village, and now the oil hut, Oil R Us, is like unattended, and you can just get all the oil you needed?
Can we please go into town? Just a couple of hours and then we can go back.
It's like a day.
Neil
Yeah.
just said a
You
couple
have
of hours.
A lot of extra time too, so
This is not a good idea. We should go finish the package and then go and do other shit. We still have the plants to do after that.
The plants?
The carnivorous plants that have swallowed our friend whole last week.
Wait, didn't
Now
we
it's gone.
take care of those and make like
we made a salad out of them. Actually,
Yeah,
it was
we
quite
made
delicious,
salad.
very refreshing, full of
Yeah.
vitamin D.
That was our vengeance feast.
They ate Slade and then you ate them?
No,
You
they
just
didn't
ate
eat
a friend?
Slade.
They didn't eat Slade.
You could say they ate Slade even.
Yeah, it's like cannibalism by proxy.
Yeah.
No, they never ate Slade. They just killed him.
I mean, it was
You
in
know
his
what,
mouth.
guys? You know what, guys? You know what? You go into
Just
the village.
partial
You go
cannibalism,
into the
cannibalism
village.
at the
I'm-
most.
I'm
I'm-
sure you got some molecules of Slade in you.
Oh God!
No, because I actually used the soap to deactivate the digestive juices.
What the?
That's true.
Yeah, everybody
So
knows you
Slade
don't
never
eat
got
the,
digested.
you don't eat the head of the Venus flytrap. That's where all the poisons are. You
So
just cut
what
up
do you-
the body and the leaves, and you can make a delicious
I
salad.
say you guys, whoever wants to go into the village, go into the village. I'm taking the cart into town, finishing the mission, and then I'm coming to join you. The village is not changing location.
There could be an oil place salesperson thing that's unattended.
I think Riley might have
all the
point.
oil you want.
We've
Wait,
got
then
this
oil
package
depot.
to deliver.
That makes you a pretty terrible, like, head of the guard duty, though, if you just leave us and not guard us.
God damn
Got a
it.
job to do.
Aren't
I
you the-
make too many promises for you to do. And I turned the cart around towards the.
How long would it actually take to just check out this village? No time at all.
Exactly.
We can get food.
Just shut up and let's get it
Look
done,
around.
okay? Let's go.
Where do you go, Riley?
The village. The village.
You go
Yay!
to the village? Alright.
I look at
Follow the
fire
Scorpion
base.
Trail.
Can you heal me?
Can I hear you? Yes. We can
No,
hear you.
heal me. Heal.
Heal you. I
Yes.
look you up and down
Can you heal me?
and shake my head. I didn't realize you were wounded, but those
I
look
took
like
three
burns.
damage.
Yeah, I've got an arrow in me.
Yeah, ditto.
Yeah, I have an arrow in me and burns.
Well, I've got 2 arrows in me. It burns.
Mm.
Hmm.
You should have cried out during battle. I might have
Well,
been.
I've got 3 arrows and frostbite.
How do you have healing in battle and not outside of battle?
I wasted it all on Jill, and I go and surreptitiously patch up Jill's arrow wound.
Well, I only had like 1 arrow. I mean, that'll like go away in an hour or something.
My arrow did a lot
One
of
damage.
All right, who actually has one?
I have a 6-point wound. I took it in the
Points
shoulder.
here.
And Jill and
I only took 1 point of damage. I'll be fine.
whoa, wowza! I throw a cure light wounds healing just into
Nice.
full. I can use an orison to give 1 point to
Jill.
Jill.
Yo, so she's
Jill's
full.
How many are you down, Chucky?
3.
I thought that was okay. I patch up your arrow wound for 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Praise be to Mark.
I give you a fistful of aloe vera, and I tell you to think about what you've done.
my again.
1
my
HP and a
hand goes
fistful of
quite-
aloe vera.
I don't want to think about why the priest has a fistful of aloe vera.
I've just got a bag of it. I just reach my fist in a bag and hand him just a hand.
I respect your beliefs and I don't get involved when you put a sermon on.
A priest with a
Tell me-
handful of hand lotion
If,
is
if you
the
tell
disturbing
me
image.
one more time about the ways of my gods, I'm gonna show you firsthand.
Ooh.
Riley,
God,
I told
Riley.
you before, the spirits you worship are not gods.
You have 5 seconds to take that back.
Take it
One.
back. It is the truth.
The pitchfork is on fire. 2.
He can like instantly light. He just
He instead of cure light wounds or lay on hands, he can produce flame at will, and he has like a web of fabric on the pitchfork to.
how does he turn it off?
Just it's
I
a
don't-
fire in your hand at will.
Stomp on it.
I mean, how does he
The
turn the
pitchfork.
pitchfork off?
Oh,
Wasn't
it's
it
on fire.
Yeah.
It wasn't on fire in the battle.
No, because I didn't get to do it. I only threw Molotovs.
I
Please.
inch away from the cart. I'm walking alongside it, and he's driving it at this point. So
Yeah, no, like the card is stopped. Shield is up in my hand. 4.
I thought we were going to the Rylene.
I attack.
I'm ready to cast a spell. I guess.
Yeah, no, I attack for a big speed. with
Initiative.
my-
Give me initiative rolls, guys. Give me initiative rolls. PvP. Oh my god, someone's gonna die.
I gave you the chance.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Are you
Please.
seriously attacking our healer? Our only
Yeah.
healer?
Please add
Yeah.
For example, if you're using a spell, add the spell speed. If you're using
Yeah.
weapon, add the weapon speed. If anyone else would like to hop in on this and interact, please roll initiative as well. Otherwise, you're out the whole round.
He, basically, as I insulted, he insulted my god. So this is too much. Like right
Yeah.
after I asked not to do it, he did it again.
Yeah, you don't.
What's
So casting time of 2, so I go at 12.
You go at 12.
Yeah, he's first. He's first because mine is a speed of
And he's
7.
Okay.
So I shout, Jesus Christ! I pull a
Martha?
leaf clover out of my pocket. Power of Martha, protect me! And my staff starts to sprout vines and leaves, and
Okay.
and I'm
Say,
trying to like
"Did
scramble.
Bob
I'm like
Fick
running
just
circles
yell,
around
Jesus
trees.
Christ!
Oh, Martha Christ! You haven't met Jesus yet. He's coming.
Jesus. He's in the other campaign.
I probably got my gear on the cart. Let me see how much crap.
His name's actually just Zeus. People are just saying hello.
Okay,
to
so
him.
I'm unencumbered. I've got like my rations and my blanket and crap in the wagon, I would assume. So I can take off running at movement speed 12.
All right, so you've got your
A shillelagh in hand, and I'm like scrambling through the woods, trying to get away from Mylene.
okay. If anyone else in the party, because you all rolled pretty low initiatives, if you want to step up and do something at this point, do so. Otherwise, it's
Well, if Father Bixby's running at 12, then isn't Rylene heavily armored?
I cast a spell, so I probably only get a half move.
he gets a half move, but
Mine is
Rylene's
supposed to
also
get a
pretty
move, but-
strong. Rylene, what's your encumbrance level?
My encumbrance level is.
Yeah, because they would have seen you moving around a lot. They would know your movement rate.
1 second. No, I can definitely not catch him. Like, I'd definitely not be able to catch him if he
You're
runs at
encumbered?
12. No, I'm lightly, I think.
You're lightly. Okay, so you move at movement rate 9 then, at lightly encumbered. But he makes a half move at 12, so he gets 6 away. You could not. You could make a half move and throw your trident, if you wanted.
No, I'll. If that happens, then I'm just gonna throw the net.
Okay,
Because
so you'll
if I
take a
wanted
half
that
move
rest.
and throw the net. We need to
Hold on,
figure.
his half move is 4.5. He can't. And then the net. What's the
My,
net
my
range?
net has a 10, 15, 20 yards.
So I move 60 yards.
All right, I will run and dive.
5, so he's at long range. I think.
I'll shout no and dive into the net.
Okay, hold on. I'm just trying to figure this out. 4.5 times 3. So Rylene gets 13 and a half feet away.
13 and a half.
Bixby, yeah, movement
get
rate. Bixby gets 60 feet away,
yards.
60 yards.
Yeah.
I'm confused, but okay, go on.
All right. Can you move your movement rate in yards? in
Yes.
turn?
Okay. So 45. So
I'm-
Rylene gets to move 45 yards. You get to move 60 yards.
And hopefully, I'm moving
That
towards
was
the
good.
village and through the trees, off the trail. Hopefully, getting some trees between me and Riley.
And Rylene, you said the range of your net was 10, 15, 20.
Yes.
All right, so that makes it medium range for you. So that's going to be an attack roll at -2,
And
plus
I'll
2 for
try
back
to-
attack.
I have a move of
Cover.
15, and I will try to run and leap into the
Okay.
path of the net.
So,
I try to follow as fast as my stubby little dwarf legs can carry me.
okay, Adrian, give me a roll to hit. Rob, I don't know how to resolve your diving in the way. Give me.
You could say, "Good job, Rob."
Very creative.
Give me a roll to hit at +4 because or at +5 because all you got to do is like snag part of the net. You don't even need to fully block it. You just need to give it a little
I
snag to
need it
stop
again.
it.
I run up in front of Morton Bixby and start playing Song of Sanction.
Oh, I
Oh
critted
shit!
instead.
24.
Yeah,
Rylene,
yes,
what's your
yeah.
roll to hit?
You just straight snag it.
So back attack. Do I get a back attack bonus?
You get +2. You get -2 because of your range, and then whatever
So
your
just
normal.
normal.
Cover? Do I get cover?
No. What would you get?
Wow.
Oh shit! If it
Wait,
wasn't
wait.
for that
How does he
medium
have
range,
plus? Oh, his dex. Yeah.
if it wasn't for that medium range, you and Rob would have tied.
Adrian
And-
has to roll saving throw versus paralyzation at a -1 penalty.
For attacking me or something.
Mhm.
So give me a saving throw, a d20 -1,
plus -1.
-1,
-11.
11. What is your saving throw versus paralyzation? The top
14.
one. 14. So that's a fail. What does that do,
You should have
Justin?
+2 to all your saves.
He must
And that's
ignore
what change
me and everyone within 3 feet of me for as long as the song is played.
And you are next to Morton Bixby.
Morton Bixby. Yeah.
Okay, so you go to throw this net. You kind of get you stop partway through. Meanwhile, Jill dives in front, and this net that's being partially cast out, Jill just like catches and like dives into. Jill, the net is covered in spikes and hooks, and it is now surrounding you. As Rylene, you completely you have to ignore Morton, and
I just scream.
and Squirrely.
Morton is not getting close to this cart until he fucking apologizes.
Wait, is that a
Alright.
is that a daily power, or is it like a spell? How do you do that, Justin?
Song of Sanction. The song envelops the Maester Singer, creating a nearly magical barrier of goodwill around him. Any attacking animal or monster must roll a saving throw versus paralyzation with a -1 penalty for 3 levels, or ignore the Maester Singer and those within 1 per level of them as long as the song is played.
And you can do that at will.
Yeah, the effect of the song is ended if the Maester Singer attempts to move or if anyone in the protected area attacks, including offensive spell use.
Okay, so I just scream that and I go back at the cart. And I'm gonna I'm gonna help Joe out of the net first.
All right, so I'm lying on the ground. It's getting dark.
Joe.
I look to
Okay, you okay?
I look to Justin, or to what's Squirrely. So he's like continuing to sing, right?
Yep. Oh, we're super peaceful here. No
Pat,
PvP.
Pat,
I'm gonna
you're
remake
really
my-
you've got short legs. You arrived now.
Like, what the hell's
After all
going on?
this has happened.
All I know is that guy attacked the flamey dude, attacked the fat dude, and something's going on.
Nobody attacked anyone. We're all fine here.
Sometimes in
Is
parties, tempers run
gods.
hot, but it's all
If
fun and games.
He ever insults my gods again?
They're not gods. They're heathen earth
You
spirits.
have to ignore him. You have to ignore him.
I don't care.
I yelled at you, shut up! But
I'm going to
but
burn
Ryan
it
doesn't.
and make
doesn't do
bacon
any of
as
that.
the pig he is.
Did I have a good life?
Well,
Did I do it right, Mom?
first
The
you have
net
to
is not on you
first you have to
anymore.
smoke him in order to make bacon. So it's a very involved process.
Yeah, bacon is salted
Oh my
and
God.
smoked.
I'm gonna kill him, salt him, smoke him, and then make bacon out of him.
And
Okay.
It's a really
He's not
hard.
really-
Martha, I hope I made the right decision.
I don't know if he'll taste that good.
He is
Oh,
not
man.
getting closer to the cart until he apologizes. I am going back to the city. I am restocking.
Alright, so I'll use ventriloquism.
The
I'll go
spell.
talk.
I will use sound. I will walk up to Raylene and use sound bubbles so that no one else can hear what's going on. But I'll like.
Do I recognize?
Wait, what
that
the fuck are these
action
spells that you
recorded?
have? Sound bubble?
He has
That's not a
the
spell. No, I've never heard of the spell.
whole-
It's in the
Level
complete
one.
parts.
It's in the complete Bard's Handbook.
You just get sound bubble.
He has every spell, every level.
Okay.
So for the record, he did mention sound bubble earlier.
Yeah, he was going on about how what a great spell.
Yeah,
From
bars
here,
are
no
cool.
character may ever be built with a player's complete guide to blah 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 ever again. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. You just have like a billion spells and abilities.
Neil, this is, now you say bullshit when we have somebody in the party with a creature with a cat that can kill us all. If she gets
That's
pissed off,
bullshit too. But he used the books that I deemed okay arbitrarily, and
Yeah,
so it's
I
fine.
asked if I could use that book before.
Like,
I asked if I could use the complete Bard Handbook.
I didn't. I said yes without knowing what it meant. Okay, it was. It was not informed consent.
That is so not an excuse, Neil.
Sound bubble's not that OP of a spell. You just
No, it's not.
It's just I know, but they're okay. Tell me what it does. What are we doing here?
Okay, so I make a bubble, and basically no one outside the bubble can hear anything that happens inside the bubble,
Okay,
and vice versa.
so you go up to Rylene, you sound bubble,
Where
and
is
then
Rylene at the moment?
I'm
He's
on,
on the wagon.
yeah, I'm basically
Going
I'm
back towards
remaking
the
my
way.
web.
we've all been there
Like,
once or twice, Rylene. Don't worry about it.
So I just barely get him into range of the sound bubble, and then I cast it, and I use ventriloquism and voice impersonation to make.
You have a voice impersonation spell?
I can ventriloquism. I can impersonate people's voices.
No,
You can throw
you
your
cannot.
voice.
You can throw- yeah.
I
This
can throw my
proficiency.
voice, but then what do I have actually? I know I have some way of doing this.
Do you have
I
audible
don't-
glamour?
I do have audible glamour actually.
But you have 2 spells per day.
Yeah, and I already use sound bubble.
You have to choose which 2 spells you memorize. Neil, this is how you're getting outsmarted.
I have effect normal fires and sound bubble memorized at the moment.
Okay.
But so it doesn't matter. I only mem audible glamour when I know I'm going to do a performance. Maybe I should revise that policy. But I'll still use
Okay, I think without Squirrely's protection, I probably continue running.
But I will throw
knowledge.
a voice and I'll try and imitate Bixby's voice. I'll just try and sound like a fat guy. Right?
Okay. Try and impersonate Ryan's voice, and then Rylene, close your eyes and see if you can tell.
Okay.
Ryan, say something real quick, just so I can.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm waiting.
Bonka donka bonka zipper soft.
No, it's just not gonna get you out of this one, fat.
Nope. Oh, so he thinks it's me. Awesome.
Did you say that too?
I'm waiting. That sounded like Nomish, so yeah, that's.
I think it's just quiet as the cart goes down the road.
Yeah, card goes down. The web is rewoven on the pitchfork.
So, meanwhile, Morton, you're just like jogging down the road.
I was I don't know if it was the road. I'm continuing the direction of that animal trail.
Oh, okay, so you're headed towards the Nomish town, right?
Yeah. Is that
Okay.
where the cart's going?
I don't know. Where's the cart going? Towards the Nomish town too?
No.
That
The
depends.
card is going back to
He's
town.
trying to
Like,
turn the cart
I'm
around
too
on this
pissed off.
tiny animal trail.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm way too pissed off to continue on going on this road, so I'm going back to town.
Okay, and where's the rest of the party going?
Well, he can't go back to town. It's our cart.
Oh, he can do what he wants.
Got
He's
it.
driving the cart, although it does take a little. It's a bitch to turn a cart around.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a process. It's going to be like a 10-minute, like get the cart turned.
All right. Well,
I'm running towards our fat fire over
if
there.
the ventriloquist impersonation apology doesn't make him turn around,
No.
then I have AWACS come in and wing slap the donkeys on the butt to get them to charge towards the town.
Okay, so you have AWACS attack the donkeys until they like tear off towards the town.
Yeah, he swoops in and like one wing on each donkey butt, and he's like smack.
Right,
Giddy
put it
up.
like this, Neil, unless the duck manages to do this from the first attack, I'm gonna start attacking the duck.
Okay, AWACS, make 2 attacks. You normally get +2. I'm going to say you have surprise on these creatures and back attack on them, so that's another +3.
That's 7, 9.
Sure. I mean, you're a duck trying to hit an ox or a donkey. It's not going to be a hard thing to do. You can land on them pretty easily. Give me a roll to hit.
Well, they are yoked.
Yeah. Yeah, they're it's hard to miss them. So the duck comes in, whaps them with the feathers, and the donkeys take off down the road. Rylene, you
Which
are
way?
actually right next to them.
I am on the cart.
Okay, you're on the cart. Perfect.
I was driving the cart, yeah.
Well, I mean, to turn them around, you have to get off the cart and like help the donkeys move and like do this backwards, forwards, like 10-point turn bullshit. But if you're on the cart, then God, now the donkeys are. Friar, can you move at 12 just forever?
I'm moving at 12 because Rylene stole all my shit.
Okay.
Most of my like rations and stuff are on the cart. So I'm running through the woods shouting, "Fairies! Fairies!"
Okay, who else is on the cart now? Because the cart is taken off down the road because the donkeys are scared by the duck.
They're taking down the road towards the gnome
Towards the
town.
Nomish village, yeah.
All right. Well, I was
Oh.
not on the cart because I was netted.
Right,
I
but
was
you had been
not.
unnetted by Riley.
Yeah, but I hadn't made it back to the
I
cart.
already
Okay.
said that I was running up after our fat fire over there.
Right, you're halfway down the road chasing after the friar. And Justin, you're on the cart? In the cart?
Justin, you muted. Justin, you muted.
Muted.
I will jump up on the back of the cart as it goes by because
Okay.
I expected it to be a runaway cart.
Jill, Jack, what are you doing?
Also, it's worth noting that for the next 13 minutes, as long as I'm on the cart, no one can hear the cart moving because it's in a sound bubble.
What's the AoE of sound bubble?
It is 10 feet. So
Oh,
it's a
damn.
10-foot bubble around me.
Okay, so they might be able to hear the donkeys until you move up to the front of the cart. But, yeah, probably not anything else. Jill, what do you do as this cart tears off down the road?
Well, let's see. The hobgoblin's on there. I go, well, damn. Let's see. I guess I'm worried, probably most worried about Father Morton Bixby off by himself in the woods, which doesn't sound good. So I will chase after Father Morton Bixby.
Okay.
Neil, do you require material components?
Yes? Are there things that are being cast without material components?
I was just curious what the material components of sound bubble were.
A blown eggshell.
A blown eggshell or a soap bubble. So do you have a little like jar of soap bubbles?
I have a blown eggshell.
Or some kind of symbol, or
Wyrene is gonna silkily like.
I have a blown eggshell, a lump of wax, and
Aren't-
one for audible glamour.
aren't bard focuses their instruments?
There's no focus in second edition.
Yeah,
Just
you just
hold
need,
on.
you need components.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no component
Which are
bag.
usually consumed, so you need to keep buying eggshells.
Mhm.
Just like I need to keep buying little shamrock or finding little shamrocks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Jill, as you chase down Rylene, you see bounding towards you out of a small glade. Who else but Aristotle? And in her teeth is a huge rat.
I thought you were going to say Corgi. Thank God.
No, a huge rat, which she lays at your feet.
Yeah, I'm just so glad the Dogfia didn't get you.
You just feel this warm, hearty chuckle emanate from the cat. You feel it more than hear it.
You see
Okay.
Wyrene silkily going down the road towards the cart.
Well, I'm glad you're here. We've got it, and thank you for the rat. That's an excellent rat, and you were awesome to catch it. We gotta track down Father Bixby. He's running away, and who knows what could happen to him in this woods.
I can happen to him. I will happen to him.
All right, so everyone is heading in the same direction at this point.
Mhm.
Friar's in the front. The cart is going just a little bit faster than you. I'm guessing.
I'm off road then. Well,
Oh,
I mean,
you've
but
gone-
It took them a couple rounds to get it organized, right?
Yeah, it took a little while for it to happen.
I think I got a head start. I'm shouting, "Fairies! Fairies, help!"
Right, but I think the donkeys are moving faster than you. You're moving at 12. The donkeys are probably being pushed a little bit farther.
Friars can run.
Friar, of course, despite your weight, you can move at the same
400
rate as
pounds.
a person in great shape.
Not necessarily. My poor con will catch up with me after a couple of
Yeah,
minutes.
but you can jog indefinitely. So about
you can jog a number of minutes equal to your con or something like that.
oh, okay. 10 minutes later, as the cart comes
So no
bounding down
fairies
behind
come
you,
out as
no,
I'm screaming.
You see this small stone village appearing just down around the bend of this little goat trail or game trail. And the buildings look blackened, and also the trees in the area look recently charred. The buildings are no more than 5 feet tall. Like the apex of their roofs is about 5 feet tall, so you can see over pretty easily. Morton, you're here with Jill because Jill can move at movement rate 15, which is broken.
And Joaquin is coming huffing down the trail after us.
Joaquin gets overtaken by the cart very quickly and
Damn
must
it.
hop onto the cart.
Did I try to hop onto the cart and like a attempt?
Give me a, yeah, you can try and hop on while it's moving if the cart doesn't stop for you. Rylene, you're driving the cart. Are you?
Am I driving the cart?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Are you willing to stop, or is your salt so strong that you keep going down the road?
Oh,
Very fiery.
do I see? No, the question.
Here's
to
the
ask
question: is does the dwarf hear the cart coming?
No.
do I see him?
Is he on
the
road?
You
I'm like-
see him.
It's a
You do not hear the
stealth
cart
thanks
coming.
to the bubble.
So I see Fire Mountain Bixby.
No.
No,
You see Joaquin.
So I
Who
don't.
does not hear the
You
cart?
do not
bearing
see
down.
Bixby.
Okay, if I don't see Fire Mountain Bixby, then I'm not so mad. So I'm gonna stop because he's a friend.
Okay.
He gets up if he wants to get up or out of the way.
Well, hold on. He
Then-
doesn't see the cart coming, so the
Or
donkey
hear it.
or hear it. So are you going? You have to stop the donkeys from overrunning him and killing him, or maybe not killing him.
Stop the donkeys, throw a pebble at his head.
What?
Oh, all right.
Who's there?
A pebble
Oh,
lands
there's
nearby.
a cart.
You turn around. You
I-
pay attention.
Yeah, hop on the cart.
Cool. Problem solved.
Right. So I run into the village, still shouting for fairies.
I'm pushing the donkeys to the limit so I can just run down Fire Moat and Bixby.
Okay. Morton, you're standing in the middle of the.
I'm not staying. I'm continuing to move.
Well, you move into this village, and you get to a point where you can see everything around you. There must be maybe 20 buildings. They're all quite small. Some of them look like they extend underground. They're all stone bases and walls, although some of the walls have collapsed over now, and it looks like it has been very recently burned. None of the stones or embers, or charcoal are hot to the touch anymore, but there looks like no growth whatsoever. So it must have been within the past month, past couple of weeks, maybe. Jill, you're
No
there
sign of
too.
brownies.
No sign of brownies.
I'm gonna scramble on top of a roof then.
There's no roof.
It's
There's just
just-
unstable walls.
All right. I'm gonna put a building then between me and the oncoming cart.
Okay.
I guess get inside of a building.
No, the buildings are only 5 feet tall, so you're over them unless you hunker down and try and hide.
Okay. How many minutes has it been?
10.
Okay, so my staff is no longer magical. I wasted the powers of Martha once again on that foolish fire paladin. I think I'm gonna get my sling ready.
Okay, Jill, what are
And
you doing as Bixby hunkers down behind a wall?
I'm still
I'm
shouting.
like, I don't think
Berries!
that's gonna conceal you.
You need a pretty big wall.
Let's try to just not have a fight with Rylene.
She's trying to kill me.
Do I hear him? By the way, Neil.
Oh,
told
yeah,
me as
you
soon as
hear
he-
this as you come
So do I
closer.
see the cart coming down the
I
road?
s-
Well, hold on. Wait,
I
does
scream.
Sound Bubble... Can you hear things on the outside of Sound Bubble?
No.
No, okay, so you don't hear anything at all, Rylene.
Okay.
You
Okay,
see
do I
the
see
village coming up towards you, but you... Give me a perception check. Do you see... Something?
16?
No, you don't spot anything. You see the village coming up down the bend, but you don't see... you don't see Bixby or Jill.
So
I look back at the two people with me in the cart, and I told them,
So
I'm going to kill him.
Neil, then no brownies have shown up to aid me.
Not yet.
I think
I'm gonna
think
take a
Chucky
pot
should
shot
have
at
to
Rylene's
roll
face then.
a saving throw versus religious fervor because he's driving into a burned out town. It's like consecrated ground, is in his opinion.
God, what level is Rylene at this point?
Shoot.
She's like indestructible. This is like not even fair when like one of the PCs can just slaughter the rest of the party except for Aristotle.
That's all.
Well, that's always what happens when you have a tank in a party of
Well,
squishies.
well, you brought it upon yourself.
Give me your... So, Friar, you have a
Yeah,
clear
if I
shot.
can't find fairies to help me, I'm gonna try and like KO Rylene before she can
Okay,
get to me.
you've got a clear
So I
shot
pop
at
up in the
Rylene.
Village and David and Goliath style. But
Go for it. Roll the hit.
Therefore, I do have my shield up, like I mentioned this beforehand.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, roll a d10.
Well, no. Rylene
not
does not
surprised.
see you as she comes into the village. I'd already checked to see if
My
to see if you have surprise on
my
her. You do.
bullet goes wide.
Okay.
All right.
Bullet goes wide.
I'm
Rylene
like
doesn't
inside
hear.
this burned out structure.
Okay, now I know I do I
Fairies!
see him.
Fairies, help me!
Yeah, you will see him this next round. That's a lot of movement. So,
Okay.
Bixby, give me initiative. Anyone else that wants to hop in on this, give me initiative.
3
Um,
plus.
5.
I'm gonna get split out.
How
of
many feet
fire
away is he?
somehow.
How many meters away?
He's 35 feet.
35 feet.
Mhm.
Okay. So I guess I'll be readying my stick. Speed 4, wow. I have a 7.
I don't know what the speed for the Molotovs are.
If all you have to do is throw them, since you can auto fire, then 3.
Okay, so then I go before him.
Okay.
No, I have a 7.
You have a 7.
Oh, no,
Okay, so
I have a 7.
Yeah, I have a
But
Nathan.
I mean, you're still probably gonna.
Okay, so you guys actually all go second to the blah blah blahs that you don't see yet.
The what?
Oh my god.
That's an awesome forehead.
Thank you. I polished it especially for you,
Oh,
or
you
for
shouldn't
this
have.
occasion. Okay, so 2 is 9. There are more than 9 of you. So
There
can
are.
all of you guys give me saving
There are
throws
5
versus?
of us.
Yeah, or less than 9 of you. Can all of you give me saving throws versus spell at a penalty of 2?
Is this modified by my willpower, by wisdom?
It is modified by wisdom
Saving throw versus spell
-2.
at what? At
at
2?
-2.
What is it? A
Oh,
charm or
penalty.
something else that elves are immune to?
Oh, possibly. Let me take a look. I think this is
Fail.
elves have a 90% resistance to this, probably.
Bullshit.
I have to roll a 20 in order to save. Yeah.
Did you do it, Pat?
Nope.
Oh. Oh God. You and your sleep and charm related spells.
Oh, no.
It just gets added on, right?
No, it's a separate
No.
90% before the saving throw. It's really nice.
Broken, you mean?
I think that's the.
Hey, how often does that actually happen? How often does that come up?
When it does, it's just like.
Also, is this charm sound-based? Because I can't hear anything outside my bubble.
Yeah, neither can Raylene.
Or
I'm
Pat.
still in there too.
Yeah.
No, it is not sound based.
Okay.
Did I roll D100 here? Does it count as a charm?
No. No, I'm going to say this does not count as a charm.
Okay.
That sucks. I had resistance to that too from being half elf.
All right. Let me find where are my saving throws. Where are my saving throws on your character sheet? Here,
Left
Ian?
side beside the HP.
Yeah. So versus spell, that's a 15 for me. So what am I rolling?
D20
D20 minus
Yeah,
2.
minus 2.
-2.
Yeah, there's an adjustment for the casting of the spell. Did anyone pass?
We're still waiting on Rob, who passed, I think.
Yay!
Oh,
That was versus spell.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
no,
I
no, hold
forgot
on. You didn't. You missed the D in front of the D20.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
Almost got away with that.
Almost.
If it weren't for you kids,
No,
you'd have died.
Rylene. No. Okay. Woo. So you are all confused, as per the spell.
Ooh,
But it's a spell saving.
where?
That's standard.
My spell save is 12.
Really?
What?
I've got 3 freaking classes. I have the best
Oh
of
my
each of them.
god. Okay, fine. You pass.
Is it individual? Okay, wow.
Triple class.
Yeah, that's how it works. It's individual. So those of you that failed, I need you to give me a D20.
No modifiers?
No modifiers. This is just to see how it happened. The effect of the confusion on you.
That is not the help that I asked for, fairies.
Let's
Is it-
see.
is-
If you roll a 1, you wander away for the duration of the spell. If it's 2 to 6, you stand confused for 1 round and then roll again. If
Can I
it's
continue squatting confused behind the
yes,
wall?
if it's 7 to 9, you attack the nearest creature for 1 round. And if it's a 10, you get to act normally for 1 round and then roll again.
What if it's 11 or higher?
I got a 10.
It literally doesn't say, so I think that's 10 plus is probably act the same. Let me take a look at the
Or
actual.
maybe it's a D10 that you should be rolling.
No, it said D20. Well, maybe there was a typo in translating it to the webpage. Let me find it here. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be a D10, not a D20.
Okay.
If
so
you rolled higher than a
reroll
10, please re-roll.
I think I'm wandering away.
2. That's the squatting or standing where you are.
Yeah, 2 to
Okay.
6 is stand confused for 1 round.
So the question is Joachim attacking me, or
Who's the closest person or creature to me?
McSquirrel
my-
and me and the
I
duck?
think you probably
And the
hopped to the
donkey.
front of the cart, so you're probably sitting right next to Rylene.
Yeah.
And I think Squirrely's in the back of the cart.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, why would there
Martha
be
strikes
somebody
down with her
next
divine
to-
judgment.
Because he was coming from in front of you and you caught up, so if a cart is catching up with you, you're just going to hop in the seat next to the cart rather than go all the way around to the back and then hop in. You know, like if a car pulled up, you just hop in the driver's seat
Yep,
next to the
yes.
driver.
Yep,
Closest seat.
Makes sense.
I hop in it.
So you need to hit. 1 second.
Rylene, are you right-handed or left-handed?
Well, I mean, I only had my shield out because the other hand I was using to guide.
Right,
the
but the
donkeys.
shield would still be in your offhand. So what?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you
me
right-handed
see.
or left-handed?
Let me see if I have it noted here.
There should be a handedness on the top
It
right. of
says,
it.
yeah, handed M. What the fuck does handed M mean?
You
Male.
sex down
What's under
there
sex?
instead
Female.
of yes, please.
It doesn't say.
You don't. Give me a D10, Rylene.
I mean, the N is next to the L, so maybe he meant to hit L.
That's pretty far. Give me a D10, Rylene.
Ambidextrous.
8. You
Almost.
are right-handed. So the shield's in your
okay.
left hand. Pat,
all
did you
one
have a
D10
mental
to see
image
which
of whether
way?
you were on his left or right?
I
I should have asked that before I asked for the handedness, though.
I was actually on the left side of the road in my mind, so
Okay, so that means you're on the shield side. So his armor class without dexterity, so like
19.
19? Yeah, you
19.
need to hit a 19.
I just like dunk.
Give me some damage, Rylene, or Joaquin. 3 points of
That's
damage.
good.
And what about your other attack, Joaquin?
What other attack? I have no
you dual
idea
wield
what you're talking
shields.
about.
Give him another punch. Okay.
Well, okay, so
Awesome.
do we roll another one this turn?
Yes. Now everyone that's affected. Okay. No, Jill.
Do we see
Jill
the
gets to do
objects
whatever Jill
faster?
wants to do because Jill passed the save.
Jill doesn't know what Jill wants to do at this point. This is nuts.
I agree.
I'm gonna just kind of try to grab Father Morton and try to scurry him off into the woods.
Okay. Can I
Push
follow
him
after?
along.
I mean, I'm supposed to be standing still, but I assume if I'm led, I can just confuse. and
Yes.
keep on
Yes.
All right.
You stand confused. Jill drags you off into the woods. Justin, you are doing nothing, right? You're standing confused.
No, I'm allowed to act normally for a round and then roll again because I rolled a 10.
Oh, sweet. What do you do for your turn?
I don't even know. I jump off the wagon and head towards one of the burned out buildings. I'm gonna go loot the town while they're sorting this out amongst themselves.
Okay, Squirrely slips off and heads out. The four of you give me d10s again the next round as... Okay. I will
do
tell
feel-
you what happens in front of you, and if you get to act
Yeah.
normally.
What does a 6 do?
A 6 is stand confused. 7 to 9 is attack. 10 is act normally. 1 is wander away.
Rob, you don't need to roll at all. You passed. the
Yeah,
save.
you're.
Oh, I
good.
thought you meant for like initiative.
No. I'm just gonna say you can go first, Rob, because they're all confused. So I'm gonna say they all react more slowly.
I get to stand confused this
Okay.
round.
As do
Okay.
I.
So Rob, what would you like to do? You're leading Morton.
I'm gonna try to keep leading Morton Bixby away.
Okay, so that last round, you were able to actually get him out of the village. It's not a very big village. It's only a few hundred feet across.
I'm gonna try to get him far enough into the woods where he doesn't get in another shouting match with Riley,
Okay.
because that's a danger.
All right, so the two of you are out into the woods. The rest of you see a larger pack of Corgi riding brownies popping out in front of you, spilling out from the woods into the little village. There seem to be maybe a dozen of them. It's hard to count. There's a lot of them. They're moving around a bunch. And they ride in between you, and they're yelling at you and screaming at you in some language that sounds like Halfling, but I don't think any of you speak Halfling.
Still in a bubble, right?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
they're in a sound bubble.
Oh my god. Alright, so these corgis running around making weird
They can
faces.
penetrate the
And
sound.
I'm just confused. Like
No,
even
I ran
Virtual.
off. I ran off. So the sound
You
bubble
ran
went
off. You hear
okay.
these shrill little
No, I don't hear them because the sound bubble's on me.
Sound bubble
symbols
falls down.
on you. Okay.
So Rylene and that probably just adds to the confusion.
Yeah. And
I'm
yeah,
just
keep
confused.
giving me d10s then.
Roll to see if they recognize Rylene and just make my life a whole lot easier.
How do they recognize me? Because there's
7 foot
nobody
tall.
there to see. But there was nobody
Destroyer
there.
of worlds.
We killed everybody there. Nobody saw me.
You
We saw
killed
Corgi.
all of them that you saw.
Yeah, Neil, but we saw the corgis afterwards coming towards us. The other ones. Cooper.
I have to
And
stand still for 5 rounds.
Yeah, I just need to know if you guys are attacking each other at all.
Are any of the brownies riding this
No.
cutie right here?
That is not a cute creature.
I agree.
Wait, are you at your grandma's house?
There. No, this is Aaron's house.
That's Aaron's dog?
Our landlady's dog.
So everybody just give me another, what is it? That's 7, 8, 9. Give me another 7 d10s and let me know how many of them are 7s to 9s because that means you have to attack the people next to you.
Is this
Last one.
7?
Yeah, 7 d10.
I have. What does the 1 do?
Wander away.
Okay, so
Unless
I have 1.
prevented.
7.
I have 2.
I think I might accidentally bop
Two
Rob on the
seven,
head unless he's left me at this point.
Yeah.
No.
So I'm gonna be bopping Joachim on the head.
I just
Okay,
stand in one place.
I got-
let me take a look.
I got 2.
Rob, what's your AC?
15.
Oh, can we get you a bonus somehow? Do I get a penalty for being confused?
No. No. So at a certain point, Ryan just attacks you. That's a 15. I'm going to give you a
Yeah.
+1 to hit for surprise. Say the rest
4
of it
points
is...
of
Oh,
damage.
and no dex on the... Yeah, so that's just a normal hit. Rob, you take 4. How do you react to Morton just whapping you?
I think it's pretty obvious I'm confused, but
Yeah, I mean, I
That's
think I
4
understand
minutes.
what's going on here.
Okay.
this is like 5 minutes later or something like that.
Okay. And...
I'll just get out of dodge. I can stay ahead of Father Morton Bixby. I'm faster, so I will just move away and keep my distance.
Okay. So...
But keep an eye on him.
Rylene, you make a 16 against Joaquin,
Because I need to.
which is 22 AC.
Yeah.
And Joaquin, give me 2 attacks. I guess that makes it 4 attacks against Rylene because you're dual wielding.
Cool.
Ah, damn it. All right. So the spell eventually wears off.
Whoops, my bad.
I look at Joachim. I nod my head. Not your fault.
The mist clears from before your eyes. The multiple corgis and brownies are gone. Justin, you come to,
The hell?
and you're standing over a dug out hole in the ground that it looks like it's filled with the right hands of little gnomes.
By the way, Neil, at this moment, I'm turning around the cart and I'm going back to town.
Okay. You gotta actually pull all the way through the town to turn around because of the narrow
Yeah.
street,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you can do it. Not a problem. Morton
Unless I see Morton.
Morton and Jill, you're out in the woods now. The party's
All
pretty
right.
divided here. How are you going to bring them together?
I'm gonna go sing
Oh,
them
are
a
they?
By killing Rylene?
I'm like,
By saying sorry.
okay,
Isn't that
so
easy?
Morton, we got to figure this out. I mean, okay, you have your opinion and you feel that you're right. Do you have to keep
Right,
shouting
I'm
it?
afraid for my life.
But do you have to keep shouting that at Rylene?
She keeps asking. Look, we've been fine up until now. I accept her right to her opinions, but the fact of the matter is she worships evil spirits that tell her to burn things. Is that disputed?
But do you have to keep pointing that out to her?
If she asks, I cannot tell a lie. I will not apologize for.
Can you? I mean,
My
if
beliefs.
she asked if those
I can apologize
pants
for
butt
hurting
look
your
big, would
feelings.
you tell her yes?
Tell her yes. What?
If she asked if that armor makes her butt look big, would you tell her yes?
She has impressive muscular glutes.
Well, maybe you could tell her that sometime. Don't think she'd like to hear that?
I don't know if
Maybe
I'm
say
comfortable
that
going
instead.
next to her again. She's awful fearsome.
She is, and most of the time she uses her fearsomeness to protect us. To get shot with arrows instead of me getting shot with arrows, and I think that's a fine thing.
You've got a nasty bruise on your head. What happened?
You hit me with your club after I took that net for you and everything.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
But I was able to overlook that and come to help you out.
I'll
Even
spend-
though you were attacking me,
Yeah.
I decided it was best for the party.
All right. I used my last 3 orisons to heal you 3 HP. I think you're still
Thank you
down.
very much. But if I could overlook getting clocked in the head, I mean, surely you could overlook some stuff in order to, I mean, Rylene has looked out for you and been.
Hey, the fire giant wants to kill me, not the other way around.
Okay, but can you agree to not antagonize her anymore? That we'll just we can just leave this as something that neither one of you brings up? If she'll agree to that?
Sure.
Okay,
I feel
you
pretty
wait here.
Antagonized myself.
Okay, you wait
She's the
here.
one with the trident.
Okay, you wait here, and I'll go see if I can talk her down here. All right, so I'll go back to the village. Is Riley at the village?
I'm
You
trying to turn around
get
the
to-
cart.
It takes a while to turn it around.
It takes a little while. It takes like 10 minutes to turn around the cart, as I said before. So you come through the village and you see Rylene having the cart 3/4 of the way turned around.
Okay, and Squirrely standing by a pit full of dwarven
Right here,
hands,
gnome hands. I'm actually going to sing to the donkey
or gnome hands.
to prevent the donkey from moving.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to walk over to Rylene, but as I do, I'm going to go over, put my hand on Squirrely's shoulder and go, "Don't worry, they're all right now." And then I'll walk over to Rylene.
I'm not stopping.
hey, Bill.
Continue on training this round.
All right, so Rylene, we can't really have this kind of conflict. I mean, I think you'll agree that in this band and in this party, we've all worked together to
Jill, he says sorry, he gets you. He doesn't say sorry when I see him, I burn him.
Well, how about if you
That's
just
it.
both
Okay.
agree?
I'm spending this time trying to find Corgi, or trying to find the brownies.
Okay, how
know
about
how
if you guys
by
just
the way.
both agree to not talk about it, not
After
attack?
he says sorry, I fucking respected his gods, his sermons that I found disgusting. I didn't say anything,
How
but he antagonized
Yo.
me, and that's too much.
can I put
Well,
a point?
he
In Dicing with Death,
agreed
I got
not to
assaulted in
antagonize you.
for talking shit on Martha. How come no one's challenged Chucky to a duel yet?
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. All right, that explains it.
Yeah.
I'm turning the cart around. I'm going back to the city. I'm selling these weapons, giving back the box, going back to Shenanigans to let Jill know that we finished the mission and get the money. Unless he apologizes in the next 5 seconds after I see him, I'm gonna
Well,
burn.
what if he just agrees not to antagonize you anymore? He doesn't do it anymore, and we just go
No.
back.
I gave him a chance. I told him not to do it anymore. Then he insulted him again.
I gave him another chance to say sorry. I wouldn't have give my best friend a chance, but I gave him just because he's part of this party. Now I'm not giving him another chance until he says sorry.
She is a paladin.
So
okay, just
paladins,
don't go anywhere for now.
required to keep their word, right? Or they become oath breakers.
Kind of. We don't really have the Oathbreaker thing in second edition. It's more of your god disowns you and you lose all your paladin powers forever, and you just act as a shitty fighter.
All right, so
Okay, so
Rylene, how about
Riley's
this?
God
This is
feel
the,
about the fact that Chucky broke his oath to protect everyone in the band by attacking Morton Bixby.
well here
I wasn't an elf.
Rylene. Okay, here I mean, let's keep in mind. I understand your feelings. You have very fierce feelings about the fires. Beings right now, but here I want you to think about this. Until very recently, you were allied with the water spirits against
That was
the
months
spirit
ago.
fire. And your whole position was able to grow and evolve, but back then when you served the spirits of water, wouldn't you have stood up against and denounced the fire spirits exactly the way that the priest of Martha did? Wouldn't you have said the exact same things not that long ago?
Yes.
So
Maybe I would've.
shouldn't Father Bixby have the same opportunity to grow and evolve that you did? Father Bixby's just at the same place that you were months ago.
Oh, that's a good argument.
Out of game. Out of game. That's a good fucking argument. I did not see you doing that. I did not see a way around that, to be honest. One sec. Okay, so I'm gonna look at you. If he ever mentions it again,
He's agreed that you.
I'm just
guys
letting you
will
know.
keep
I'm
you-
not giving him another warning. If he ever mentions it again, I'm skewing him.
All right, I'll talk to him. Let him know that now we can have peace between the
I'm
party
going
members.
back to the city and I'm finishing the quest. I'll see you at the city.
Well, we do have kind of a village full of dead gnomes and dead gnome hands, and
I am
Dead
bleeding.
gnome hands.
I am bashed and I am burnt. I'm going back to the city. I'm finishing the quest, and then we can go back here. The dead gnomes are not going anywhere. The burned.
well, why don't you just give us like 1 hour to check things out? Because we probably shouldn't split the party. That's
Okay,
bad.
1 hour. I'm gonna turn them around. Wait with a cart at the end of the village. I'll be there.
All right. Okay, and I go out to the woods
Good
to
deal.
get Father Bixby,
Okay, good.
and I explain the whole situation.
Okay, so as the party gets back together, Bixby, do you say anything?
Wait, do we? Okay, so how does the party get back together? So I've been ever since Jill left me. I've been screaming, "Fairies, fairies, are you there?"
Oh, that's right. Okay,
I'm scared and alone in the woods.
All right.
let me see if they come to you. They do not. I am sorry. Justin, they end up showing up at you during that speech when you're off on the side.
Okay.
But let's deal with Morton Bixby first. So you're just wandering around screaming for fairies for a little while
I'm
until
not,
Jill.
I think I'm staying within a few feet of where
Okay.
Jill left.
Jill eventually comes back to you a few minutes later.
And I say, A, that's offensive. B, I think you're really on the wrong side of history on this one here. I mean, it is now totally legal for them to get married in Dead End Sausageville.
East West.
And to be shouting those kind of slurs.
Bergsvale, guys. Bergsvale.
What's the term for them? What do they like to be called?
Brownies.
Why not Mike, Steve,
Oh,
Mike, Jenna? They're names,
Steves.
just like people.
okay.
Okay. The party
So-
back together. Let's deal with Justin and the brownies. So Justin, you found these hands, this pit of hands. What did you do after that?
Is it? How deep is this pit?
2 feet. a foot and a half, maybe.
Do the hands come all the way up to the surface?
No,
All right.
There's feet in there too.
no.
I start filling in the pit.
Okay. You fill in the pit for about 2 minutes, kicking dirt, and then you see this one brownie solemnly walking out from God knows where. Actually, they blend into the background really well. He pops out underneath the cart while Rob and Rylene are talking, and looks at you with big, sad brownie eyes.
I'm just giving their hands a good burial. We'll try and find the rest of them.
He nods and brings you a big, fat silver coin. It's about this big. It's about the size of like 10 silver coins put together.
Jesus.
Is that an offering for the dead, little one?
He just nods at you.
I take it and I put it in the grave, and then I take a silver coin.
There's a
out of my-
loud, like exaggerated sigh as the brownie trudges down into the grave of hands, pulls it out, gets like obviously overexerting himself to pull himself out of the hole, and then holds it up towards you again and rolls his eyes while he's looking at you.
I pick it up and put it in my own pouch.
Yes, he gives it, and then wanders back off underneath the cart out into the woods again.
Okay.
Pat,
Yes.
during all of this,
I just see all that happening. I guess I hop off the wagon and sort of look around a bit, like in maybe one of those burnt out houses.
you find a bunch of holes dug in the burnt out house, and then a
hell?
broken, cracked chest that looks like it might have been pulled out of a hole. But there's a whole bunch of like spots of holes being dug all over the place, and then there's one much larger hole in this beaten up,
Can I
dirty chest.
open the chest and see if there's anything in it? Or?
It's empty and hacked to bits. But definitely looks like someone was searching for it.
Yeah. Does it look like it was slashed open by like a weapon of some kind, or just like bashed open?
It looks like blunt force trauma to the chest.
All right. Can I
The
search
chest.
another house and see if there's similar holes dug out, or?
Yeah, you pop in through the different houses, and it looks like not all of them, but some of them have been dug around. A few of them have boxes in them. You do come across what was the smithy, and it looks like the anvil's gone. Everything else is in place. Like there's bellows, there's pokers, there's all sorts of other stuff. You're a dwarf, you're familiar with smitheries, but there's no anvil.
Any signs of hobgoblin attacks? And
Tons of them. Well, I mean, there's signs of carnage and death, not necessarily hobgoblin, but clearly a battle was had here.
kind of like dust for fingerprints or something.
No. The CSI version of the show comes out next year.
Okay. So I go back to the party and say, seems like they were looking for something. There's all these holes dug and found this like bashed open chest. Or they could have just been taking their treasure. I'm not sure.
Did you mention that the anvil is missing?
Yes, I mentioned the anvil is missing.
Well, anvils are expensive. It's probable they just looted the town of everything valuable.
Yeah, anvils are also very heavy.
Yeah, it seems a weird thing to steal.
Unless you're making weapons.
Did you say that there are only right arms in that pit?
Right hands.
Right hands?
Right
Why would they just take the right hands?
I'm going to assume, since we found some heads, that each of the graves around here are going to be filled with only one kind of body part. Actually, I'll send up AWACS and see if he can see any open pits from the air.
He does not. There seem to be no other mass graves for body parts.
I wonder if they took them as trophies.
Maybe.
Right hands aren't valuable as trophies?
I don't know. It does seem strange.
I mean, it's the
they would
dominant-
take left hands.
It's the dominant hand.
And why would they bother to cut it off, go through all that work, and then toss them in a pit? That's
Yeah,
just
I don't
weird.
know. I just don't know.
Maybe
what's
they
going
were
on.
like chopping off people's hands until they would tell where the treasure was or something.
Oh, this is like torture.
And then they show in the pit, like, look how many hands we've already cut off, and unless you give up the treasure, we're gonna cut off yours and add it to the pit.
Well, are the fairies around? Could we ask them about this?
No one
They
knows
see
where they
what
are.
happened?
No, Riley, they didn't seem to like you very much. Is there a story behind that, or?
Unless you're at the end of the village, I'm not there.
Okay.
Just putting it. I'm at the end of the village, like waiting with a cart.
Hmm.
Well,
Alright,
I have
well,
no idea
alright.
what's going on.
Let's take our last break here, and we'll come back and figure out the rest of this village and the rest of our story after the break. See you guys on the other side.